No, I'm talking about the weight. So, but the shoe will come with this box. So the box that contains the shoe will have a total weight. Do you get it? And in some instances, they even write for you net weight and a gross weight on the box. But we are going to use the gross weight on the box. So when somebody brings the box to you, you won't say that because they are written net weight by the box, I'll use the net weight. Is it clear? Yeah. So we are going to use the net and gross weight for the actual weight. Okay? Now, then we look at the volume. Okay? We look at the volume. We measure the length, height, and breadth. Then we also equate them into volumetric weights. The item has its weight. We are also going to look at the volumetric weight. The reason is that the item might be very light weight, but the size might cover enough space on the aircraft. So if the item is just 2 kilos and the size is bigger, we can't charge 2 kilos, we will lose. So you have to now calculate the volume of the item and get volumetric weight. And we have formulas that we use. If it is inches, it has formula. If it is meters, it has formula. We go there. Now, when we get the volumetric weight, hello, then we compare with the actual weight. Whichever is higher becomes the chargeable weight. So we don't just charge because of weight. We look at the bigger weight from the actual weight, volumetric weight, then we choose any of them to become what? The chargeable weight. Okay, let me take you straight there. Just a little. Okay, so now that your note has come, I told you when the cargo is accepted, then so that's the air cargo acceptance. So in some aircrafts, they will give you a form to sign indicating that you have said that they should ship your cargo, so that in case you don't bring the cargo and it's a space, they can even charge you. Have you done types of freights? Types of freights. Okay. All right. Because in shipping, if you book your cargo on a vessel and you have to pay type of rates like advanced rates, when the ship comes and you don't use the space, your money is gone. So we call it dead freight. You can't get that money back because the ship came, you didn't use the space. So the same way here, that when you book and if you are making any advance payments, aircraft comes, you don't use the space, it is gone. That's why they make them sign forms that you saw the acceptance, this one. So when you sign that form and you make that deposit, if you don't ship on that aircraft, that's it. Unless you give them information ahead of time before the aircraft arrives, then they can see where to fix you. Okay. So I wanted us to take you through straight that calculations so that we will take it from there instead of going back and forth. We'll come to all these things. Okay, that's the chargeable weight. So as I was explaining that, the item has its weight. So let's say the weight is 250 kilos. Now, volumetric, we are going to measure the height, the length, the weight. and then whatever information we get, we are going to convert it. You are not listening, right? So we are going to convert these measurements, the size, into another weight. And because that weight centers on volume, we call it volumetric weight. So the item has actual weight, and you have volumetric weight. Then whichever is higher, we choose as a suitable weight. So the example we have on the board, okay, is the suitable weight of a shipment is determined by the actual gross weight or the volume weight, whichever is what? Higher. That's what I'm trying to explain here. So the actual gross weight is the weight of the shipment, including its packing. As I told you that if it's in a box, it's the weight of the item has, but that gives you the gross weight, and that becomes the actual weight. Then it goes down. So if, for example, if you look at this one, you see 4.15 kilos is the gross weight. But when they did the volumetric weight, they had what? 4.5. You are going to use 4.5 as a achievable weight. I think it's clear. Very good. And that's what I was trying to explain. 8.8 kilos as actual weight, but the achievable weight becomes 9. Now look at the formula that we use to get, this is the formula that we use to get the volumetric weight. So if it's in centimeters, we multiply that all together and divide it by 6,000. That will give you the volumetric weight. If it is inches, we divide it by 366. It's a constant figure that we use to divide to give you the volumetric weight. If it is in pounds, yes, alright. Inches, okay, yes, or pounds, UK, we use 166 to divide. So for the gross weight or for the actual weight, it is fixed. You don't change it, okay? The person has given you that weight. But to get volumetric weight, you need to check these things. So for example, the height, let's use centimeters. Let's say this height is 122 centimeters. The length gave us 126 centimeters, and the width gave us 88 centimeters. Okay, so to find the volumetric weight, you multiply the 122 times what? 126 times what? 88. Then you divide it by what's the formula? 6,000. That will give you the volumetric weight. So when you divide, what do you get? What do you get? I can't hear you. 225.456. Okay, so we just approximate it. So it will be 225.46. Because this is more than 5. Okay? I know. Right? No, this is more than 5. Oh, okay. because this is more than 5. Okay, let's take it. 4, 5, 6, and then 4.5. Meanwhile, they gave us actual weight of what? 250. The one I wrote on the board. So this is the actual weight. This is the volumetric weight. Volumetric weight. So which one are you going to choose? You are going to use the actual weight to be the achievable weight. So you need to keep in mind the denominator to use. If it is centimeters, it's 6,000. If it is inches, it is 366. If it is pounds, it is 166. You should keep this at your fingertips from today. So there's some examples that we can have, I'm sure. Yes, so this is an example. Okay, a package, the gross weight is 4.7 kilos, and the dimensions are 60 by 20 by 20 centimeters cube. So the actual weight was 4.7, which was approximately 5 kilos. Okay, then the volumetric was done. Let's do the calculation. The next one you're going to do it yourself. So I'll come around. But this is AHS mathematics. AHS. So we have what 60 times what? Please wait. 20 times. Okay, divided by 8 centimeters, so 6,000, right? So 1. Okay, 2, 4. Because this will cancel this, right? So what do you get there? Huh? So you're going to get 4. Is it 4 inches? 4 kilos. Are we clear?